Imagine a place where wild nature rules, where the land and sea meet in a breathtaking display of untamed beauty. Here, ancient cultures endure, a hidden gem just off Georgia's coast, where history and heritage are woven into every corner. Today, we're exploring Sapelo Island, a barrier island that feels worlds away from the chaos and noise of modern life, accessible only by boat and shrouded in mystery. Unlike crowded beach resorts, Sapelo remains untouched. No paved roads, no strip malls, just miles of pristine landscapes and a sense of peace that's hard to find elsewhere. Towering live oaks draped in Spanish moss form a mystical canopy overhead, their branches arching gracefully above sandy paths. Golden salt marshes stretch out to the horizon, teeming with life. Herons, egrets, and countless other creatures thrive in this vibrant ecosystem. The beaches are wild and empty, marked by animal tracks instead of footprints where driftwood and shells tell stories of the tides. Sapelo is a sanctuary for both wildlife and a unique American culture, where deer roam freely and the traditions of the past are still alive. Most of the island is protected by the state, preserving its natural beauty and incredible biodiversity for future generations to experience and cherish. Here, you disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with the timeless rhythms of tide and sun, letting nature set the pace of your day. Every sandy lane tells a story of Native American chiefdoms, wealthy planters, and the echoes of those who came before. And at the heart of Sapelo are the resilient Gullah Geechee people, whose culture and community have shaped the island for centuries. These descendants of enslaved West Africans have preserved their language, stories, and traditions for generations, keeping their heritage alive in every aspect of daily life. Exploring Sapelo is more than a nature trip. It's a profound cultural experience, a journey into the soul of the American South. The island's story is woven into its landscape, offering a living link to America's past and a glimpse into a way of life that endures. It's a place where history breathes and evolves, where every stone and tree has a tale to tell. So let's set out to discover this extraordinary island paradise together. The adventure begins now, and Sapelo's wonders await. The journey to Sapelo Island is part of its magic, a gentle crossing that feels like a step back in time, where anticipation builds with every passing wave. There are no bridges connecting Sapelo to the mainland, only a state-run ferry departing from Meridian, Georgia, carrying a handful of visitors at a time. This limited access is intentional, preserving the island's sense of seclusion and wonder. As the ferry glides through the winding channels of Doughboy Sound, the modern world slips away. The landscape transforms into endless salt marsh, where the only sounds are the calls of ospreys overhead and the splash of dolphins playing in the boat's wake. It's a rare chance to witness nature's quiet spectacle, uninterrupted. This careful, limited access is key to Sapelo's preservation. By restricting entry, the island remains a sanctuary, untouched, wild, and deeply protected. Most visitors join guided tours arranged through the state or the Sapelo Island National Estuarine Research Reserve. These tours are led by knowledgeable guides who share the island's stories, ecology, and history. This ensures your visit is educational and gentle on the environment, allowing you to experience Sapelo's wonders without leaving a heavy footprint. Every step is taken with care, respecting the delicate balance of this unique ecosystem. Some are invited by island residents themselves, making each trip feel exclusive and meaningful. These personal invitations offer a rare glimpse into the island's living culture and traditions. When you step off the ferry, you enter a world of clean air, natural sounds, and immediate peace. The scent of salt and pine fills the air, and the gentle hush of the island welcomes you. The island operates on its own time. No rush, just sandy roads winding beneath ancient live oaks draped in Spanish moss, and the occasional pickup or tour bus making its way through the quiet landscape. This thoughtful approach protects Sapelo's unique character, ensuring that its wild beauty and cultural heritage endure for generations to come. Every visitor is a guest in a sanctuary for both wildlife and culture. Here, deer graze undisturbed, and the island's rich history is honored and preserved. The journey itself is a reminder. You're entering a place that values preservation over convenience, where every crossing is a conscious choice to protect what makes Sapelo special. Here, every arrival is an act of respect. Welcome to Sapelo, where time slows down and the island's spirit invites you to become part of its story. Sapelo's natural beauty is breathtaking from the moment you arrive. The beaches, Nanny Goat and Cabretta, are wild, windswept, and empty, scattered with shells and animal tracks. Instead of crowds, you'll find ghost crabs, turtle nests, and driftwood shaped by the sea. Venture inland and you'll enter the maritime forest, dominated by ancient live oaks draped in Spanish moss. Walking beneath this canopy feels like stepping into a fantasy world. The forest teems with wildlife, wild turkeys, deer, and even free-roaming cattle. Birdsong fills the air, making it a paradise for birdwatchers. The island's habitats, beach, forest, marsh, blend seamlessly, each supporting unique plants and animals. You might spot an alligator by a pond or an armadillo in the underbrush. Sapelo is a mosaic of thriving ecosystems, each waiting to be discovered. Here, every path leads to something new and wild. Nature is always in charge. On Sapelo's western edge lies the salt marsh, one of the world's most productive and dynamic ecosystems, shaped by the rhythm of tides and the changing seasons. At first glance, it's a sea of grass stretching to the horizon, but look closer and you'll discover a nursery teeming with life, an intricate world hidden among the blades. Here, fresh water from rivers mingles with salty ocean tides, creating a nutrient-rich haven for young fish, blue crabs, and shrimp. This unique blend of waters supports an explosion of biodiversity, making the marsh a critical starting point for countless marine species. Spartina grass, tough and resilient, forms the foundation of this ecosystem. Its roots stabilize the soil, while its leaves fuel a complex food web that supports coastal fisheries and countless other creatures. Tidal creeks wind through the marsh like veins, bringing in fish and tiny larvae, and carrying nutrients out to sea. These winding waterways connect the marsh to the greater ocean, ensuring the flow of life and energy. Watch fiddler crabs scuttle across the mud, periwinkle snails climb the grass stems, and wading birds hunt in the shallows. A constant dance of survival and adaptation, each species playing its part in the marsh's delicate balance. The marsh also acts as a natural shield, protecting the island from storms and flooding. Its dense grasses filter pollutants, trapping sediments and keeping the coast healthy for both wildlife and people. Scientists from the University of Georgia Marine Institute study this vital ecosystem, uncovering its secrets and learning how it responds to change. Their research helps us understand how to protect and restore these precious wetlands. Without healthy marshes, coastal life would collapse, erosion would increase, fisheries would decline, and the rich diversity of wildlife would vanish. Sapelo's salt marsh is a priceless natural treasure, a landscape of beauty and resilience that sustains life far beyond its borders. It's a living reminder of how much we depend on these wild places, for food, for protection, and for inspiration. Protecting them is essential for our future, ensuring that generations to come can experience the wonder and abundance of the salt marsh. Sapelo's story stretches back thousands of years. Native Americans lived here for millennia, leaving behind sacred shell mounds and a legacy still felt today. The Spanish established missions in the 1500s, followed by planters like Thomas Spalding, who built a thriving plantation with enslaved West Africans. These Africans blended their traditions, creating the unique Gullah Geechee culture. Their language, crafts, and foodways survived thanks to Sapelo's isolation. After emancipation, freedmen bought land and built self-sufficient communities. Hog Hammock is the last remaining. They farmed, fished, and maintained a deep connection to the land and water. Sapelo's history is a tapestry of resilience, tragedy, and triumph. Understanding it is key to appreciating the island today. At Sapelo's heart is Hog Hammock, one of the last intact Gullah Geechee communities in America. With just a few dozen residents, most are direct descendants of enslaved West Africans. Their culture is a national treasure, recognized by the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor. Life here revolves around family, tradition, and the land, centered on the historic First African Baptist Church. Residents are expert foragers, fishers, and basket weavers, living sustainably as their ancestors did. But the community faces threats: rising property taxes, outside development, and the risk of losing their land. They fight to preserve their heritage through cultural tourism and education. Hog Hammock's struggle is a powerful reminder of the importance of protecting unique cultures. Their story is one of resilience and hope. Two landmarks define Sapelo's history: the lighthouse and Reynolds Mansion. The lighthouse, built in 1820, guided ships for over a century and now offers stunning views of the island. Restored after years of neglect, it stands as a symbol of Sapelo's maritime legacy. The Reynolds Mansion, rebuilt and lavishly renovated by wealthy owners, reflects the island's era as a private retreat. Its eclectic architecture and gardens contrast with the deep-rooted Gullah Geechee presence. The mansion's sale to the state in the 1970s paved the way for Sapelo's preservation. Today, both sites offer glimpses into the island's layered past. They remind us of the many stories woven into Sapelo's landscape. Life on Sapelo is a balance between honoring the past and shaping the future. The Hog Hammock community leads the way, sharing their story through cultural tourism and handmade crafts. Research institutions like SINAIR and the University of Georgia Marine Institute study the island's ecosystems, informing conservation. The Georgia Department of Natural Resources manages wildlife and protects endangered species. Collaboration between scientists, residents, and state officials is key to Sapelo's stewardship. Preservation here is a community effort, rooted in tradition, science, and respect for nature. Sapelo proves people and nature can thrive together. Visiting isn't just sightseeing. It's witnessing a living story of resilience. The island's future depends on this shared commitment. Sapelo Island is a rare treasure in a world of vanishing wild places and cultures. Its beaches, forests, and marshes are sanctuaries for biodiversity and living history. The Gullah Geechee community is a vital link to America's past. Protecting Sapelo means preserving both nature and culture for future generations. The island's careful management is a model for conservation everywhere. Some places are too valuable to lose. Their worth measured in life and legacy, not dollars. Sapelo calls us to be better stewards of our world. Its light must never fade.